I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, stage 2B, June 18th, 2021, and I feel lucky to be alive.
The average survival time for somebody with the kind of ovarian cancer I have is 3 to 5 years.
There's no evidence of disease today, but it could pop up anytime.
My name is Sasha Stonefeld Powell, and I am the co-founder of the Powell-Drescher Ovarian Cancer Research Foundation. I went in for my annual gynecological exam. I didn't have any concerns. She sent me for an ultrasound. And I was in the exam room, and the gynecologist walked in, and she took my hands in her hands, and she said, "We're gonna get you the best help there is." And that's when I lost it, because to need help is hard. When I first finished treatment, I wanted something to do. I attended a research symposium, and I remember being just totally overwhelmed and feeling like I probably shouldn't be there. I didn't have a right to be there. There was a panel discussion during that symposium about the use of advocates in research. And one of the people who was organizing the symposium said, "Hey, I noticed that you were taking notes. Would you write up your notes into an article that we could potentially publish?" And we got this article polished and eventually published. And in talking to her, she said, "I think you'd be really good as a consumer reviewer with the DoD's Ovarian Cancer Research Program." And so I'm actually in my 4th year with them this year. I serve on the Ovarian Cancer Academy's Advisory Council. I've spoken the last 2 summers to a group called Spark about advocates and the power of advocates and how to use advocates. One of the challenges that you have as a survivor or patient, you can't just go to your local ovarian cancer research lab and say, "Hey, I'd like to help." Conversely, the researchers may not fully appreciate how much information we can impart that ultimately makes their research better. And so I could see this gap there. Dr. Drescher and I are both passionate about supporting research. I'm not at all surprised that he liked the concept. I am a little surprised that he was willing to give his name and really his devotion to it.
I think all of you who know Sasha have to acknowledge that she's irresistible. So that was sort of my first sense. But truthfully, I've known Sasha for a while, and I know what she's capable of and what she can accomplish, and I'm kind of always of the mind that where there are exceptional people doing exceptional things, I'd like to be a part of that. The second part is really this whole vision that she has of uniting the scientist and the survivor is something that I think is very powerful. From the survivor side of it, they get to learn and a bit more about research in general. It's empowering from the perspective of they can go out and become better advocates for the disease, to raise awareness, but then also to try to help with raising funding for ovarian cancer, which is in particular a very limited resource currently. The lack of funding makes it very difficult for these young, motivated investigators to try to see a career path focused on ovarian cancer.
And so whether that addresses early detection, whether it addresses treatment options, whether it addresses genetic mutation issues, whatever is most impactful in the moment is what we'd like to pursue.
I want to give that to other people, that hope and that, second chance at life.
The more we know, the more that we can find better drugs that are more effective.
Increasing funding for research is necessary.
And it's not just about me. It's not for just me. It's for humankind, for womankind.